Down here, salt is a way of life.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Friday, February 5th, and if it's a Friday and you're in the Saltmine League, then you know you are here for the king of the Saltmine. I am one of your commentators for today, BradM, and joining me is AceOfSpuds of the Saltmine League himself. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Excited for our Friday night fight, as we always have them here at the King set. Really stacked bracket again today. I mean, I feel like I'm just redundant in saying that week on week, because we always got a good bracket on a Friday night, so I'm looking forward to shouting about it with you.
You know, for a second, you said Friday night fights, and in my head I was like, it's 1 o'clock because my East Coast Eastern Standard Time is showing. And I was like, no, it's still bright out. This is wrong. But no, coming at you from across the pond. And you are absolutely right. These brackets in the Saltmine League, the brackets are always stacked. I feel like I'm hard-pressed to find an easy bracket at any point between either the King of the Saltmine or obviously we've got the regular Sunday ranking tournaments, which for those of you who don't know, special commentator duo for the Sunday show this week of Punk and Shine, so that'll be really cool. Make sure you don't miss that. But you should also not miss this bracket right now, coming at you straight out the gate with Street Fighter Steve, I put an extra R in there, and Shin Yaiba.
Sturt. We gotta honor time old traditions here. It's Sturt Fighter Steve.
Oh, there we are. Yeah, that's the extra R was just I was trying to announce it properly. I didn't put enough respect on it, and my own vocal cords rejected me.
But yes, as Brad mentioned there, guys, we have a very special duo on commentary this Sunday. We got Shine and Punk. One man who talks very slowly and one man who talks very quickly. So that'll be really exciting to look forward to this Sunday. Also, just before we kick off with our first game here, guys, we still are running that Matcherino. It is totally free for you, but adds 50 cents to our players for the prize pool. Every little bit counts, because at the end of the day, that is why we do this. Have a good, nice little tournament with a bit of money for the players at the end of the day. So the link should be in chat. You can just... the Nightbot will be posting it periodically, and if you just click on it and put in the code SaltKing39, that will be awesome.
Yeah, and there's only a chance that goes to Hurricane, who is currently waiting in for the winner of this bracket. Hurricane on this could be week 2, having dethroned Bolt Strike, but we're gonna have to see who they play against. Street Fighter Steve, and Shin Yaiba, Seth versus Mika.
And just to quickly cover, just before we get going properly, I know we started the match, guys, but this is our first to 3 format, and it's single elimination. So you lose a match, you are out. It's first to 3 all the way to grand finals, and the King set itself will be first to 5. Business as usual for Friday nights.
Oh no, that was
business as usual.
Right? It was Street Fighter Steve was in a great situation there, and then managed to. There was a bait, but just didn't lock in the answer for the neutral jump. But now we've got Nadeshko, best friends forever. Ooh. Okay, but hard reads on hard reads. The double dash?
Patient, maybe not. He has so much meter here, he actually might be... Oh no, that doesn't work like that. Yeah, a bit of matchup knowledge not working out there for Yaiba. And gets caught by the frame trap.
That's really tough too. I wonder if you had just gone into CA at that point, you just would have won, right?
Or ideally what I should have done is just gone for the hands follow-up and then the install, because every install that's an actual hit will 9 times out of 10 works out of hands.
I see.
And there's the suck, got that going. I don't think people talk about this situation. Seth gets off the suck enough, right? It's not a hard knockdown, but it's a set knockdown. No pun intended, but it's very powerful against certain characters. Characters with no EXP knockdown,
there you go.
Okay, we're gonna get a mix here. Yeah, straight.
I mean, I think Street Fighter Steve is doing everything right so far. You know, getting in, maximizing everything. I think Shin Yaiba is not really clued in on the type of offense Street Fighter Steve is bringing out just yet. We're gonna have to see. I mean, it's really easy to say like, oh, you just have to, you know, be right defensively more. But the issue with grapplers, right, is you get put in that rock paper scissors, and Shin Yaiba is just kind of guessing wrong every time. You gotta figure out what you're supposed to be bringing to the table here. Ooh, okay.
And I know it'll upset all our Geef fans in chat, but Mika is absolutely the preeminent grappler in the current meta. She is the one who puts the fear in you.
Oh no, I absolutely agree. I think I feel like that's kind of always been the case, though, right? In Street Fighter 5,
definitely.
There was a brief window where Laura had it, but even then, like, she's such a different beast.
Speaking of beasts, we're gonna drop that 7 perfect letters. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful.
Ooh,
it looks like the first round is a bit back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Street Fighter Steve is absolutely in position here. We already see the patience even, like, in that range. It almost feels like Shin Yaiba's not super comfortable with the block pressure, because we're seeing a lot of kind of dial-a-combo block strings. And empty jump. Ooh. Corner pressure, and now that's going to be stun.
Yeah. Should be the round,
you can build the bar for another EX if you want to, but you don't even need it.
No!
Fix the batteries in your controller, Street Fighter Steve.
And Yaiba with a real opportunity here. Not the best knockdown, but it suffices.
Alright, now you have to do with Nadeshko? Nah, never mind.
It's so hard to know what to do in that situation. You're looking for the low, you're looking for Nadeshko dropping it in your head, and she just grabs you by the toes. Really hard to make the right decision there.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking super clean so far for Street Fighter Steve, and I think not only in that situation, but just in general, I feel like there's a level of discomfort. I can't quite tell if it's with the character in Seth or if it's in the matchup or some combination, but I feel like Shin Yaiba is just not quite comfortable in general. We saw you called out the lack of character familiarity when he went for the combo in that first game that didn't work out because of the particular install, and just like these dial-a-combo block strings that just aren't really going anywhere, and he's not opening up any pressure off of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a mark of a good player to a very good player is the ability to adapt your block pressure, right? It's something that's overlooked in SF5 a lot, but you really notice it when you have a player of a slightly higher caliber playing against you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a very subtle thing, and it's something that can be lost on a lot of people.
Okay, so we do have Nadeshko on deck, and here she comes. Goes for the El Clasico, but it works out. Carries him all the way to the corner for this.
Alright, what's it gonna be? Ooh, okay, went for the option select against the anti-air, but the falling button managed to clip it.
Should be able to... Yeah, oh no, what a bad choice there with the axe kick. Unfortunate.
And I feel like that's just...
stuck underneath it.
Yeah, I feel like that's just another weird situation of, like, went for this option but wasn't fully prepared for the situation because of lack of familiarity. The fact that it crossed up and ended up in the corner, we ended up seeing Street Fighter Steve hitting through the scramble, and now on set point for Street Fighter Steve to clean this out in a sweep. Alright,
but that's where the real matchup knowledge comes into play, right? When I went into strange situations.
Oh no, finally goes for a reversal.
One touch. This might kill Seth as a very small boy. And it does. Very clean from Steve in the end. Of course, mate, a lot of you who may be newer to watching at Saltmine may not be too familiar with Street Fighter Steve, but for those of you who've been watching since the early days, used to be a regular top 8er in the Sunday tournaments. Hasn't been playing as much often, or maybe not placing as much often, but is a really strong competitor. Always has been. So it's good to see him back here in Friday Night Fights. King of the Saltmine.
Yeah, so do you know whether Shin Yaiba is new to Seth?
No. I mean, as new as anybody is, you know, since the characters released last year. I don't think Yaiba picked him up immediately, but very soon after release, if it wasn't immediately. He's been playing 6 to 9 months at least, as far as I remember.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it just seemed a little not polished, and I feel like it's hard to look at that and just there was a level of comfort that you didn't see even just in the neutral. It took until that third game to start to feel confident to like counter poke with crouch jabs or low forwards, and it's like if you're playing against a character, a player of the caliber of Street Fighter Steve, you kind of need to be comfortable.
Yes, I do think that some degree of that is going to come as a side effect of matchup unfamiliarity, especially against a character that's as oppressive as Mika. It really forces you to mess up your own game plan and make you uncomfortable and make you feel uncomfortable. So I don't think it was necessarily unfamiliarity with his own character, more sort of situations he was being put in against Mika and kind of maybe autopiloting a little bit.
I mean, that's super possible too. You know, I obviously lean to Seth because Seth is newer, and I would imagine that you know, there's a passing familiarity with Mika just with the fact that she's a vanilla 5 character, but your own character and how you handle these scrambles is its own beast. And speaking of a beast, here's another beast of a matchup of Oni-chan and Happy, I believe, is who we're locking in, and you had called it out before we went live. Alex versus Abigail.
So yeah, just two absolute gorillas battering each other. This ain't Godzilla versus King Kong, this is just Kong v Kong we got going on.
We saw the preeminent grappler of Street Fighter V, and now we get to see the other ones.
The worst, yeah. This is the very different places on the tier list. Not to say I would consider Abigail the highest of high tiers, but he's a strong pick, right? Not so much Alex.
Right. Abigail is competitive. Alex is... I feel like once you get past the knowledge check of like, do you even know how Alex works? Because nobody plays Alex. Like, all right, now we're already being pressured. I would imagine one thing is I feel like Alex probably has the reach to kind of play footsies against Abigail, which we saw a little bit in the beginning, but once Happy got in, that was it. It didn't matter anymore. You just got smoked. Oh no.
Oh, the parry start. I do think
we're going for
perfectly in that nice. You might get a stun off this.
Okay.
Oh god, nice.
But
won't be able
Happy
to kill.
has...
just the super.
I feel like you described this as two gorillas. That was one of the most gorilla rounds. It was Happy smoked Oni. Oni popped VT and managed to just mix back until finally CA to close it out. Just monkey see, monkey do, monkey QCF.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Brad, when you said that the difficulty in fighting Alex is almost entirely in the knowledge check, right? The character isn't strong, but does have some quirky things about him. Once you know how to deal with those, it's not a tough matchup for most characters.
Yeah, and now armoring through the chops is going to nullify. I mean, if you are in the position and know the spacing to armor through the chops, it really limits what Alex is going to be able to do in the neutral. And if he's not...
Oh no! He dropped the stun! Just walk off! No parry!
Wow.
You can't parry a grab.
Okay.
Abigail wins.
Oh, wait, hang on. That's common knowledge in fighting games, right? You can't parry a grab. Grabs shouldn't be parryable, right?
I mean, they shouldn't be.
Right. Don't play Dragon Ball Fighters and don't play Jiren. That character needs to be deleted immediately. I hate him so much.
I had that happen to me the other day, and I was super tilted. I've been playing a lot of fighters lately, and
nice. It's hard. Parry grabs. Speaking of grabs, especially parry, don't. Sorry, Brad.
No, you're good. Back into the. I mean, one of the things is like Oni-chan. I mean, that jump in is going to kind of be the opening of it because you're not going to be able to. If Happy is representing the armor run, then you need to find other ways to get in behind multiple things in order to open up your throw game.
Oh, great whip punish. Parry, nicely done there by Happy.
Ooh, great up back.
Neutral jumps. Yeah, gets his opportunity. Oh no, Happy's pressing buttons when he shouldn't be.
You can see that there's frustration with Happy because Oni-chan is just linking once VT activates, is just linking this Laurel light punch elbow style set play of like standing set play, strike throw, super conventional, straightforward mix, but you still got to deal with it.
Yes, absolutely.
But now you're stuck in the corner.
Abigail pressure is so real if you don't deal with it. I don't know, every time I see Abigail armor through something, my heart flashes back to that brief week where V reversals could kill.
Right, and I can't help but feel like I just watched Alex's EX chop get clipped by the ground pound, and it was just like, wow, even your armor is worse than Abigail's. Oh, he just waits the trip card!
Oh, beautiful.
That was
Very
the
well
Android
done there by
16
Happy.
That was the Android 16, I have no other option.
I have no other options.
Like, I'll wait for you to land.
Yeah, Happy's awareness in this matchup is actually fantastically on point. Can't fault him at all.
I mean,
Okay,
we said it's
nice stuff.
yeah, it's the knowledge check, right? And very clearly the knowledge is there.
Well, look, I don't know about Happy, but if you're all playing in gold and ranked, there's a lot of Alexes, so lots of opportunity to learn the matchup.
Okay, just walking back.
Oh, there, tear. Oh, he doesn't get any pressure off it though. Gets counter poked by Happy. It's unfortunate. Oh, that's big damage coming in. Oh, he drops it.
The guard break?
The guard crush.
You let him do it? Alright, air to airs. Oh, we're hitting buttons, but the whiff punish, you weren't ready for it. One more chance in the corner. Oh, you weren't ready.
Oni-chan tying it up 1-1. I think with the guard crush there, Happy is thinking like, I don't have a pile of health left, but I have a decent chunk, and I have so much health to begin with. I don't think the guard crush actually hitting is the worst option. Trying to get out of it and getting hit by a counter hit would be much, much more damage.
Yeah, but
that might
I think
have been
on
the
the
logic
flip
there to
side,
just sit there and hold it.
yeah, on the flip side though, that was what kind of communicated to Oni-chan that there was this sort of willingness to just block it out, and that's what opened up that dash-in command grab that we saw to finish it out. I think if Oni-chan keeps up on this and keeps this dash-in game, Happy's going to need to be a little bit more button-happy and active in the neutral, which we're already kind of seeing.
Oh, the dash off grab. Okay, activates off stand heavy kick. Yeah, good V reversal there from Happy to try and switch the momentum around. What was that? That was upsetting. Okay, gets crushed by the lariat. Decent chunk of damage. Gets pressure. This might stun. No, it's not enough.
Oh, but the wake up jab. Happy was holding some up back.
Yeah, nice. Oni-chan getting a bit of a rhythm going. Maybe feeling Happy out.
I mean, Happy is... I don't know what Happy is doing in these VT situations, but just keeps getting clipped. Just the cycle of, like, stand jab into slash is just working. Good anti-air here, though, from Happy, though. Gets the damage on deck. Slowly walking him down. And again, the anti-air. We love to see it. Really good anti-airs from Happy so far. Totally not really rock string into the command grab. Oh, yeah, here's the opportunity for Oni-chan to get in. Reversal super. Oh, that's going on Twitter, baby. That should stun. Yeah, that's going on Twitter. Everyone check Oni-chan's Twitter in about 1 hour from now. Like, open for sponsorship inquiries.
Yes, please DM for sponsors. Will Alex everyone. So yeah, that really looked like the set was going to be in Happy's favour from the first game, but Oni-chan quickly turning it into a 2-1. Happy going to have to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's equal parts. Once Oni-chan is getting in, Happy is just completely crumbling. There's a lot of up back, very afraid of the command grab, and well, I mean, for good reason, right? But is it going to happen again? Okay, just going for meaty buttons now is Oni-chan. Oh, that slash hit at the very tip.
Just walking all the way down, you have time to punish that. Nicely done. Press some buttons and wake up, can't be doing that. It gets an EX stomp finally. Whew! Column on the other side. Okay, good whiff punish. Doesn't get the full confirm. Okay, caught the jump, good stuff.
Right. I like that.
Yeah, really good use to the V reversal there. Yeah, yeah.
Slow down the offense. You had such a life lead, you didn't need to rely on a VT comeback, and we're at set point for Oni-chan here.
We are indeed.
After, like you said, that first game went really well for Happy, and it seemed super difficult for Alex, and then it was like, oh no, I just have to do stuff like this. I just need to dash around like a gremlin.
Unless we get some big adjustments, we're about to go from Happy to Sadi pretty quick. Again, just jabbing his way out. Never be afraid to play Jabagale. It's so integral to his plan and people are afraid to do it. Just jab your way. It's like his best neutral button.
Oh my god, the whiff punish with the... Okay, there was a little lag there. I thought we were getting a DC, and I was like, no, I'm not ready for the DC in the Saltmine.
Oh, this double Twitter clip! Hey guys, you can check out this Twitter clip in about 1 hour from now at 240p, so don't worry, check it out. Good stuff there though from 1HN in the end, and he will be advancing onwards to face off against Street Fighter Steve. Another grappler mirror match. All the grapplers are out today.
That's gonna be really interesting. I'm very curious.
We're gonna have to ring the local zoo. This is ridiculous. Right? Somebody let the monkeys out of their cages.
I'm having flashbacks to Harambe. Too soon. R.I.P. Wait, no, too soon. Wasn't that like 3 years ago?
Oh, Harambe was more than Street. When was Harambe? What?
Oh my god! I think that was 2017. Hold on. If I Google it and sift through the memes.
4 years ago. 4 years ago.
Oh my word.
Yes. So don't forget, guys, this Sunday we have a very, very special commentary duo bringing you the Saltmine League action on Sunday. We have none other than Punk and Shine holding it down on the mic Sunday afternoon. That will be 4 p.m. GMT, 5 p.m. CET. Not sure what that is East Coast. It's like noon, right? I want to say.
Like 11 a.m. noon. It's honestly, I feel like every week I need to double check it. But the point is,
11.
It's a Google search away from knowing.
Yes, exactly.
You're a Google search away from knowing, and I know this because every time I commentate one, I wake up and the first thing I do is I go, what time is it CET right now? Because I will never remember this.
And don't forget as well, guys, the Matcherino is still live. It is absolutely free for you guys, but adds 50 cents to our prize pool, which goes directly to supporting the player's prize pot, which is, the code is SaltKing39. So you can click the link. It will be regularly in there from Saltmine ourselves, but you can also type in !Matcherino to pull it up at any time. You can also, if you have any of those dirty Amazon Twitch Prime free subs going, we would absolutely appreciate them. But even just clicking the Matcherino to add that free 50 cent is massive, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, or even, I mean, it's a free code, so it's not like, I was about to say if you can't contribute, but it's a free code. It's just a couple of keystrokes. But also make sure you're sharing the Twitch channel and the Twitter account. Let everybody know this is the place for the best EU Street Fighter action. And Rita stuck his neck out a couple of weeks ago that it is debatably the best Street Fighter action you will see altogether. And there is honestly a very real argument to be made for that, because there's like world-class talent here every week. So if you are not watching it, if this is your first time, welcome. This is the Saltmine. You should follow and stick around because it's honestly a really good time. And if you stick around for long enough, Regis might fire us. And given that Hurricane is in waiting to play it out, there's a real possibility that we'll get fired.
And honestly, sometimes I'm like, yeah, Saltmine's a pretty good tournament. I don't know if it's the best ever. And then I check the bracket, and it's like Problem X versus Luffy and losers round 2, and I'm like, oh, you're a pretty good bracket, I guess. It's pretty strong bracket.
You're like, oh, 2 Evo champions, and it's not top 16?
Oh, it's funny you bring that up, Brad, because anytime I get into an argument over which region is better, that's my always go-to. Oh, we won Evo, though. 2-time. America never win Evo. Evo in America, America never win. Come on. I'm just saying.
In Street Fighter 5?
In Street Fighter. Yeah, Street Fighter.
We've never won an Evo for Street Fighter 5. We've won Capcom Cup. Because we have Do, we've got Idom.
Yeah, of course. But the US have never won the current Street Fighter game at Evo 4 or 5.
I feel like you're really going to make me go and verify this. We've seriously never won an Evo?
Absolutely.
For 5?
In the current... No, R4.
I know we didn't win for 4. I know we didn't win for Street Fighter 4.
Oh, R5.
I'm double checking. It's not that I don't believe you. It's not that I don't believe you. I am shocked. Even in 5? Come on, America.
Fight. All right. So speaking of don't know what, guys, but we got Incognitus versus Wise Guy. Incognitus rocking the Gil, Wise Guy with the Akuma. These are two characters I really want to feature in the upcoming patch notes, but for very different reasons. I want to see this buddy here, Akuma, get a couple of nerfs, not whatever they showed off in that trailer that might actually be a buff. And I want this Gil guy to get some good buffs. This character's cool.
Yeah.
This character deserves more limelight.
Yeah, Gil is super cool. I think one of the issues Gil has is like he's this sort of he has a playstyle that just is ritualistically punished in this engine. Like all of these more lamer styles don't really work, and they tried to give the whole point of the retribution system is it's like, hey, let's give this zoner damage dealing opportunities off of this mid-range zoning game.
Yes.
If they micromanage the stuff, and like it works and you see the big damage, but you still get jumped in on once or twice, and it's the great equalizer.
I've said this before many times about Gil, but I really do think it's the case. I don't mean this as any disrespect to Capcom. I think they're afraid to buff him too much because of the retribution system. If this character was too good in neutral and also had the retribution system to back it up, well, no thanks. I think because it's such a unique damage, as you said, damage, I don't know what the word is, damage providing system, they're afraid to make the character too strong.
Yeah, but I guess we've seen what it looks like now. It absolutely needs to be tuned. And the reality is, outside of VT, you need to use EX to use it, and you see how important using his EXs in other ways outside of combos specifically typically is. Although he won this round with full CA while we were debating the merits of the retribution system, and then he just won. So Incognitus, recognizing his namesake and getting this first game in incognito mode, out here speed running Metal Gear Solid 4 big boss rank on EU Extreme.
Round one.
And I suppose the flip side of that coin is Akuma, right? How often have Capcom said, no, Akuma will always be good. He is Akuma. You gotta respect, right? But the character does need some changes.
Akuma is one of those characters that I look to as an example of how sometimes when you have all the right tools, the only way that you're not great is if you're actively bad. Like
yeah,
Akuma will never just be good, because if Akuma is good, he's great because he has every tool he needs.
Top tier in every game he's in.
Right, I say this every time. I'm like, name a game that Akuma's in that is not a versus title, specifically. And even then, that basically just removes Marvel 2 from the equation, because he's definitely usable in Marvel 3.
Round two.
Absolutely.
I think someone was like, CVS 2, he's not, like, great? And I'm like, alright, I don't know enough about CVS 2. I don't know anything about CVS.
That's true. Yeah, so good pressure here from Incognitus. Tough for Wise Guy to find an opportunity to poke out of it. Oh, they're teared up.
Oh, there's some patience right now. Alright, going in with the EX knee drop, throw straight back into the corner. This is a one-touch game for Incognitus. Ooh, we're allowed to whiff parries? Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Nicely done.
This is just a complete control of the pace of the game right now from Incognitus. Like, it feels like Wise Guy isn't even really allowed to play. All the demon flips are like landing impotently. Like, he's not getting grabbed. He's respecting the plus frames when stuff comes in. I don't even rightly know what Wise Guy should be doing. Maybe you need to use more EX Fireball or EX Air Fireball to cover your approach, and then
I think that would definitely be that would definitely be a starting point. I'd agree. Okay, baits the parry. Good starting point here for Wise Guy, definitely. Almost down to 50% already on Kigadi's.
I wish that he had DP'd that jump in the corner. He was absolutely in range for it. Trying to whiff punish with that standing forward. Not quite working. Surrendering a little bit of space.
There's the big jump in active. Oh, I thought he might go EX activate there. It is Gil's best activation point. Yeah, activates here off the stand medium kick. Also a strong point to activate. Activate here though for Wise Guy.
Oh, again, no anti-air on the jumps. This is another thing that Wise Guy needs to kind of wisen up to, as it were. Ooh, okay, mine's better than yours.
Nice. And just gets clipped with a V-trigger use in the end. And it is going to be set point Incognitus already.
I need to pay attention. I don't understand how Wise Guy keeps not having meter. Is Wise Guy like not even hitting buttons?
Oof. Oh wow, the anti-air worked there with stand heavy punch. We take those. Or crouch heavy punch, sorry.
Oh, there we are using the target combo. No follow-up.
Walks into the corner though. Good position. This is where you want to be as Akuma. Great fireball timing. Good stuff. Oh, and he just gets back thrown. Okay.
There is
activation here. Be really careful.
Big.
Oh
no, that's gonna do it.
Time to return
And straight into the Seraphic Wing.
Shoutouts to Liam O'Brien, the voice of all of your
man.
favorite broody characters.
You do. I do Gil, I do Illidan, and I do the other broody guy. Alright, I love you, Liam. Gara, yeah, of course.
So what's funny, I feel like I'm surprised you mentioned Illidan first, because I made the same reference at a Casa cast, and they were like, oh yeah, he did Gara, right? And I was like, yeah, and then he did that Demon Hunter Blizzard character Illidan, and they were like, what? And I was like, alright, I don't know what the problem is.
Well, my favourite role he's in is a bit of a weird one, because he's the funny buck in the first Nier game, and he slaps in that.
He's the scientist in Code Geass. That's another weird, quirky role.
He is?
If you want, if you want maximum angst, Liam O'Brien, though, if you watch Fate Zero, the Fate series prequel, and Fate Zero, first of all, is not quite as, shall we say, not Twitch appropriate as the rest of the franchise. It low-key slaps. And he plays one of the mages in the war, and is like the most tortured, like using his magic literally tears him apart from the inside out, and it's like disgustingly depressing. And it's just like, yeah, Liam, there you go, you flex, bring some Hamlet to this. Yeah, but in terms of that game, I think there was a lot of fear you could see in Wise Guy's play. There was a lot of, I mean, there was even a point, and I meant to call it out, but it got away from us, where Wise Guy finally had an aggressive position, had Incognitus in the corner, and Wise Guy backed off and respected Gil's non-reversal, non-3-frame. Like, it was the perfect position to really press your offense and get some stuff going and just snowball in the way that Akuma can, and we didn't see it. And I don't know if it was unfamiliarity with Gil, or if it was just discomfort with, like, how effectively Incognitus was playing neutral, that Wise Guy was just systematically afraid to press buttons at all because the counter poking was blowing him up. But I think what we needed to see was for Wise Guy to just be more comfortable playing Akuma in those moments where you didn't have to care who your opponent was. It was just like, you can do the thing now. This is now a one-player game.
Yeah, it is very much a case of, and I think we saw it as well earlier in the bracket, where even if you have matchup unfamiliarity, at the end of the day, number one, you still got to try and run your own game plan. If you're not doing that, then the matchup doesn't matter at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's a question of how good your autopilot is. And we talked about it in the first game where we saw with Shin Yaiba and Street Fighter Steve. It was the same thing. In fact, it seems like it's been kind of a story of the day, is people not looking comfortable in matchups, and that discomfort affecting how effectively they're able to just execute their own character's plan in a vacuum. But let's see, these are two older characters that we've all definitely got familiarity with. Do the Manta Ray and Lily AJ.
The season 2 to 4 grand finals, every event ever matchup. But of course, it is still a very, very, I would say, a 50-50 matchup right now.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe slightly in Akuma's favor, but it's a pretty fair matchup.
Yeah, I mean, Akuma has probably better tools to control the neutral, but Karen handles damage like Reddit handles GameStop stock, and she sends it through the roof. So. And Akuma's made of paper.
He really is. It's not good paper. It's not even paper mache. But Kareen does something in this game which I talk about a lot. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I think it's important. Which is with this game having 3 EX bars, she has access to some of the best, what I call, modular damage in the game. She is one of the best characters in the game at spending 1, 2, or 3 bars, just depending on what they want to do. Not every character can do that.
No, you know what? You're absolutely right. It's very easy for her to kind of be able to make those decisions in the moment and be like, I'll cash out this bar for a little bit of extra damage. Most people, it's like you spend the 1 or you spend all 3 for like a CA.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ooh, okay, Demon Flip low.
Oof. Crush counter, gets the activation. Okay, one more touch will kill. Manta Ray does have a demon on deck, which we love to see, but I don't think we're going to see one this run. Oof. Oh, nearly got jabbed to that, and there it is, stand medium kick. Such a strong button. It's going to be the first game here for Lily AJ.
Yeah, her mediums are so good. I mean, they're good enough to the point that, like, I feel like half the buffs we saw for the cast going into this most recent season were just giving them all the hit confirmable low forward that Karen's had forever, and is a large part of what made her so dominant back even as early as, like, Season 2.
It's something I've been saying about Zeku since he got that buff. I was like, it's the best buff this character ever got. Mans can confirm now. Speaking of confirms, good confirm
nice
there from Manta Ray. Oh, great anti-air.
I did not block that.
He might be able to stun off this.
Oh, you're dead, right? With Karen damage? No, she doesn't have another bar. Oh, but just trying to utilize that standing forward. So good. Her mediums are so good. It's the only button you need.
They do so much damage. It feels like they do more damage than other mediums, right?
If all of her special moves were kicks, you would only need her medium like standing medium kick. Although her crouching strong is obviously super good. There it is.
Okay, one touch will stun here. Okay, Manta Ray poking back. Looking for an opportunity.
That was a really
walks him. Good.
There was a really brave crouch jab there after the jab from Lily AJ. You saw that was walking in for the shimmy, but Manta Ray is obviously very mindful of the fact that Karen is really trying to open up that throw game, especially when she has you cornered. Obviously, her shimmy game is immaculate. We've seen it as far back. I mean, I feel like Karen's shimmy game is what like got Punk through Season 2. Like the fact that he played that better than everyone else, and like what ultimately through Evo was that Taquito finally decided to just take the throw, and I was like, oh no.
It was really dope.
And if you want to see more Punk, Punk is going to be on Sunday. Oh my god.
Indeed, he will be commentating along with Shine. Okay, Manta Ray activates, tries to counter poke his way out of the corner. Decent conversion.
Okay.
Great grab there on the V reversal. Oh,
why'd you throw the fireball? Had the bar for it. I'm sorry, you don't get anything. And the jump in, and now Lily AJ is on set point. Is this gonna be another sweep? This would be 3 out of 4 sweeps, and Oni-chan won 3 straight after Happy won the first game. So that's like just barely not a sweep. Oh no, Manta Ray is doing something on Wake Up that is not holding down back. And that time you were holding down back and you shouldn't have been, and you definitely have the damage for this. We call those hood perfects.
Ghetto perfect, yeah, we call it that too. I mean, I stopped saying it in case it was defensive and I didn't realize though. Just in case, I don't know. That was a very quick final round though.
Yeah, no, that was super good. Okay, so another sweep. So this has been really dominant sets all together here in the first round of this. I mean, again, like I said, Oni-chan, the only match that didn't go 3-0 was Oni-chan versus Happy, and that was a 3-0 after the first game. It's just been a lot of seemingly discomfort. I mean, even Manta Ray just really getting oppressed by the Karen there from Lily AJ.
That last round was almost so quick. I was just like, say words, do commentary, what say? Sometimes rounds are like that though, right? They're over so quick, you're almost your brain is lagging, trying to catch up. Very impressive stuff in the end though.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's like we said in the beginning, like, Akuma has the tools for the matchup, but Karen just produces damage. She is a factory of damage, and Akuma doesn't need much to fill his quota. So it's just completely melting every time Lily AJ got in, and got in they did. So we are now with only 4 people left. There is still Hurricane waiting for the winner of this whole tournament, but it is between Street Fighter Steve and Oni-chan, and then Incognitus and Lily AJ.
Yes, indeed. As always, we do move through these brackets on a Friday night quite quick, it being single elimination. Apologies, not symbol elimination. So, very quickly, you will be down and out if you do not make these adjustments. Because you would argue, right, that in a first to 3, you've got more time than a first to 2 to make adjustments, which is correct. The flip side is, you don't have a loser side bracket to make those adjustments in either. You got to adapt fast.
Yeah, and it's a great format to really improve your ability to make those adjustments in a set. There's a couple of times at locals, back when locals existed in the long ago, the before times.
Yeah, when our grandparents were riding around on dinosaurs.
Yeah, and you could go down to the local place where they allowed a bunch of fighting game players to set up TVs, and you could sit down and play. And every now and again in our area, we would do formats where the whole night it was you sat down and it was first to 1 winner stays on, like arcade style. And it was like, you want to keep playing games, like when you lose, go to the back of the queue and you have to figure it out.
Yeah. Funny story, Celtic Throwdown, the last time we were allowed to have a tournament in Ireland, we actually did the exact same thing with Street Fighter 4, and none other than Punk managed to stay on it for the longest, with about 50 people around him screaming for whoever was fighting to beat him. It was a very entertaining evening. I actually think it was Hurricane who finally knocked him off. I think
there we go.
Was it Tyrant? God, I don't remember. I feel upset now. I need to find the video, but yes, that old school first to 1 rotate in, winner stays on, if you have the opportunity to do it with a group of people, is a really fun time. So as you said, Brad, in the downtime, ask somebody, what the heck was I doing wrong? It's a great way to learn as well.
It is. You're going to hold yourself accountable. It's fun until one Grandmaster shows up. Yeah, so Alex versus, we are not going to see the Mika. Street Fighter Steve apparently doesn't want to play the grappler matchup, and instead going with the Ed.
This is his second most played character by far. This is definitely his sub-character, as you would say. And honestly, the Ed has some really good matchups against a lot of the grapplers in this game. Not so much Mika, but like Abigail and Alex. Ed has a surprisingly good matchup against those characters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got a fireball, he's got great anti-airs, he's got a true reversal to deal with Oni-chan's pressure if Oni-chan ever does get started. Are we going to see it? There isn't a bar, but...
I think the biggest thing, though, and it's definitely Abigail, but less so for, as you saw there, Alex, is he has multiple options to deal with that charge up.
Yeah, that already looks completely punishing for Alex. Like, I see that and I'm just immediately like, alright, cool, this matchup feels bad. But not that bad, obviously.
The other big thing,
that feels super bad.
Go on, go ahead.
I just like to be able to see that, like, oh, okay, I see you charging and I'm just gonna swing through it and we'll just reset to neutral and you blow your V-trigger charge on it. That's tough.
And better than that, and especially, and you see Street Fighter Steve has picked V-trigger 2 for this reason, is the Psycho Snatcher just destroys it. Just instantly beats it. Psycho Snatcher beats all hits of armor. That's why against Abigail, EX run is not, it's illegal if you're playing against an Ed. They just snatch you out of it. What makes this matchup actually really in Ed's favor in my... Oh! The trade with the flicker.
Street Fighter Steve really tried to get a little gimmicky there. Shades of the Ryu stuff, dash in, dash out buttons. Sorry, Ed, you're not quite Ryu.
No. Ed's forward dash, though, is surprisingly, like, hard to react to at times. Especially online.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no anti-airs there on that jump in, but ooh, you are waiting for the backdash, and the backdash did not come.
Okay, good offensive reversal here from One-Chan to get the corner positioning.
Oh, we have a lot of bar here from Onichan, though. And having to use... I think it's so interesting that we saw V-Trigger that first round, and then once it got blown up, now Onichan is just spending all of the V-Gauge on V-reversals. Yep. It's like, all right, I'm not even going to get anything out of this. Damn!
Yeah, activates. It can do so much damage with this V-Trigger. Nicely done. It's going to be 1-0 to Street Fighter Steve. I think if you saw us fight in the streets, you'd be calling the police. Help, a strange naked man in a bomber jacket is beating a child in a school uniform. Send help.
Except it turns into that call an ambulance.
Actually, for the
but not for me. But not for me.
Yeah, exactly. But not for
somebody who is better than me at Photoshop, go ahead and put Ed's face on that meme. You all know the one.
So good start to this set for Street Fighter Steve in the end. And good start to this round as well, getting corner position early, good pressure, great anti-air. Not a tough anti-air to throw, it is 2 buttons, but you still got to have the timing down.
I mean, this seems really tough for Alex, though, because Street Fighter Steve, I mean, in Ed, you've obviously got all the blow-up to the armor options. You've got decent buttons into strong hit confirms, and, like, the flicker jab is going to beat any other, like, jab stuff on the ground. Oh my god, the oppression session finally finds a counter poke, trying to get some stuff started. Okay. Ooh, just shy of a full charge.
That stops the way to
that's
there.
Be punished on block.
Round 2. Fight.
Very offensive start here again for Street Fighter Steve. Onichan playing a bit too passive. Gonna end up putting himself in the corner for this with a really good knockdown for Ed. Maybe looking for the shimmy, but it didn't come off. One thing we actually haven't seen pretty much all day, right, is that there's been no shimmy setup or words are really hard when you say a lot of them. There's been no real shimmy game set up by any player.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like most of the games we've seen.
I waited for the smoke phase. You're fired.
No, I corrected my. Get out of here. The air tear door from Alex is good. Oh, that's going to be a dead Alex.
This is looking really clean again for Street Fighter Steve. And if I'm Onichan, I mean, your air approach isn't really working. You're either missing your jump in and getting trip guarded when you land, or you're getting clean anti-aired in the first place. And I feel like maybe you need to pick a farther away space, go for buffered shots off
just
of like low
said,
forward.
Brad.
Ooh.
Spaced himself just that little bit further and got the jumping for it. But I'm never one to think a matchup is unwinnable in this game, especially not its current state. But when you're playing an uphill matchup against a player who is probably a stronger player than you, it can feel very difficult to get any movement.
Yeah, I mean, I think you need to be able to get in like we saw from Onichan already. Oh no, empty jump low, and you're getting snatched. Next hit is stun. Empty jump low again. I give you one, I give you two.
And just like that, he snatches himself onto set point.
It's so difficult here. And Onichan backing way off, wanting to use the EX chop to get in. I don't know that being more guerrilla tactics is going to be the answer here, but if you bait the DP...
Oh, nicely done by Onichan. This is his chance. This is his opportunity to get into the set. Takes the stun. This should be the round. Gets himself on the board. Really important. If he can manage to take this game, it's going to be an absolutely massive momentum swing.
You know, that's absolutely what you need. And now you've got a little bit of bar here. I think, okay, spending the bar on the EX Fireball there with Street Fighter Steve. We've seen that a little bit, but I think there's a degree in which you can be a little more confident when that's the case, because now you know that you're not worrying about the EX reversal, but that gets blocked and punished afterwards. Now you gotta deal with the plus range, the dash forward out of the corner, so smart and a great with punish.
Okay, just takes the back throw, reset the neutral, activates here off the stand heavy kick.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a big crush!
And what's the reset?
Oh, God.
Held up back. Whoa! There's the compilation!
Good stuff. A little back into C, absolutely unnecessary. Come on. I mean, we love to see it, but it's totally unnecessary.
Alex wins.
Okay,
And that was
Google,
a
clip that.
dead Ed.
Oh wow,
I
I
gotta
said
stop
that as a
saying-
joke, and then my phone actually was like, "Hi, you said okay, Google?" Like, no, don't worry, it's all for memery because this needs to go on the highlight reel.
Yes,
Onichan's
mental
out
damage.
here putting together the reel for the sponsors. One game on the board.
But the mental damage is a massive thing, right? You can't diminish how much it can affect you. Doesn't seem to be affecting Steve at all, though. He's going in. He's ready for this round.
Oh wow, that
Big
threw him
crush
out
here.
of a reversal of some kind, and now Onichan has VT, so we're gonna see the offense start if he's ever able to get going. Counter jab.
Here we go.
Oh,
It flipped out
Kotha,
up here,
I think-
reset. Oh,
Oh,
flickers
the
through it,
flicker.
and again. Tell you, man, Ed has so many options against these armor moves. It's silly.
that's
That is
the
gonna be
anti-highlight.
set point for Steve again.
That's the anti-highlight. You know what that was? That was when someone feels themselves on Twitter and they get quote tweeted with "this you." Like,
Okay, Steve again with a strong start to this round. Gonna get a good knockdown here in the corner. Again, going for the
Depending on the
shimmy,
touch.
pays off this time.
getting the stun off of that, and now we could see the real perfect soon. Counter jab. Okay, goes for the real meaty because you know you're watching for the counter jab and to activate. Oh, there it is. Oh, but too far away to cancel off the standing medium kick.
Oh no, he went for the snatcher just too early. Actually parried the first hit of the snatcher. That's the one way through it. Oh yeah, classic. Always got to be ready for that.
Win.
Onichan had done such a good job of playing around that too, and even I forgot because when the whole offense sequence started, I looked down and saw that Steve didn't have the meter for an upper, and I was like, all right, cool. You get to play, you get to do your offense for a while, but like just the hits on block must have been just enough to give him that little bit more for the bar. Not ready for it, and unfortunately going down for the 3-1.
Yes, indeed. And will be Street Fighter Steve advancing onto the grand finals of our bracket today. Very good stuff. And he will have the pleasure of playing off against either Incognitus or Lily AJ, which will be our next matchup. Just before that, guys, I'm going to take a quick break to just refill my drink. I will be 1 moment.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll remind everybody that there is a Matcherino that you can use with all the free codes. It's free for you and cheap for Matcherino. It's also free for us. So you should please go there and put that money towards the players. The winner of today does end up getting that. Use the codes, guys. I am going to put the Matcherino thing in there. The code is SaltKing39. That is a free 50 cents. There's obviously all that other stuff you can do in Matcherino. You can directly contribute if you feel so inclined. And you should also please make sure you are sharing this on Twitter and on Twitch. Follow Saltmine League on both to always know what's going on, such as Ranking Tournament Series Season 10. The 10th season has the anniversary. 4 extra weeks of play. Instead of an 8-week season, we get a 12-week season, 11 open weeks, and then the bracket of the qualifying players at the end of it for 1 season champion. And this coming weekend is a special one because, as we've said a couple of times, there will be some special guest commentary for this Sundays of Punk and Shine, so that'll be super fun. Make sure you guys follow and check that out if you are able to. Saltmine League is sincerely producing some of the best Street Fighter all together that you can be watching, so if you are into this game and you want to be watching this stuff, this is the place to be watching for it. And we've still got more games coming today. Incognitus and Lily AJ, as Ace said a moment ago, both coming off of 3-0s to get to this point. It's going to be Gil and Karen. The winner goes on to play Street Fighter Steve, and still waiting as the current king to defend the crown is Hurricane. And that's going to be a tough hill to climb. I feel like I must be Hurricane's good luck charm because I don't think I've ever seen him lose when I've been commentating. So the players are in the lobby. I'm trying to think about what Karen versus... I might have just jinxed it. I say it every time, and I still don't think I've seen him lose. Hurricane is just that good. Maybe he's trying to impress me. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. We'll have to see. But nobody tell him. Nobody tell him to open the stream. Because this might be the day where I criticize him. And we'll see. I doubled down on it. If I'm wrong, Redis can fire me. It's fine. I will take this on the chin. Gil versus Karen.
Round 1.
I wonder how difficult this is going to end up being. I mean, Karen obviously has the great footsie buttons to try to get in. Okay, an aggressive round starts straight out the gate from Incognitus with the dash forward low strong. Trying to establish a bait really early out the gate with the knee drop, it looks like. Ooh. Right, some nice damage there from Lily AJ, and now we're going to see you're in this difficult corner position. Now you have to deal with the Karen things, meaty low forward, and that's a one-hit stun, so you are definitely dead. That was like a pristine 3 touches. That's exactly what you want as a Karen. Oh no, you don't get to dash up a second time. Lily AJ is awake with the low strong. And now straight into the other corner. Which would you like to see? Right. V-Trigger already activated for Incognitus. Fully stocked with CA as well. Trying to get in. Ooh, the target combo off the low short, but doesn't get a whole lot else out of it. Back throw, okay.
My apologies that I took so long, guys. I'm sorry about that. My dog was very interested in what I was doing, so I had to be ushered into the other room. Okay, nice. Oh, well, 1-0 to Lily already. Damn.
Yeah, that was clean. And I like the challenge to the dashes is what really opened up that second round, but that first round was just Lily kind of able to walk into the space and use the strength of Karen's buttons to really make all this happen. Ooh, okay. Back to the lobby. I wonder if Incognitus is going to switch characters?
He does play Abigail as well. Abigail's actually his... I don't know, he's been playing Gil mostly lately, but obviously he's been playing Abigail since before Gil came out, so... Abigail's team is also playing in the lobby. I think that might be a sign of things to come. Is Rita's trying to foretell the future?
Sometimes the dice tell a story. We'll have to see. Is the story of Abigail? I don't necessarily know. I imagine it's a little better. I mean, that Gil was really dismantled, so if you have something else to bring in, maybe it's the time to do it, but I wonder how much better it really is. You've obviously got more range on your buttons. And a better VT swing.
And can take... True. One of the best VT swings in the game, really.
Right.
Yeah, much more patient start. Oh! Gets it on the other side. Gotta be careful about that when you get anti-aired like that with Karine. And Lily is... AJ. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, Lily is doing a great job of maximizing every opportunity. Like, every hit she's getting is not just kind of ending on its own. It's all leading to these great situations and more damage and forcing Incognitus to continue having to make defensive decisions.
And really, despite the character switch, Lily hasn't really missed too many beats. Hasn't thrown him off too much. Never mind. There's going to be the first round to Incognitus. Maybe you should have brought out the Abigail from the get-go. Definitely, probably has a better matchup against Karine than Gil, right?
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, I mean, especially it's a 1st to 3, so to an extent, you do have that game to bet it on in a tournament set. We're just going to have to see. I mean, a lot of people really try to make, especially when you're trying to learn a newer character and really make it work. Ooh, that back roll, okay.
Okay, good pressure starts here now, though. The V reversal. Incognitus holding this, holding all of it. A good jump out
of the corner. You've got the whole screen now to walk back. I'm sorry, Lily, you don't get to play that game. What a whiff punish on the low short.
Great whiff punish. The air to air creates a bit of space. Full meter on deck here though for Abigail. V-trigger is coming soon for Abigail as well if he doesn't spend it on a V reversal. Patient neutral from both players.
Incognitus has been spending it on the V reversals. But are we going to see it now that the VT is there?
Oh,
I think if you get an activation point, you do it.
Oh, he could be dead off this. In fact, he is!
You are smoked.
Great awareness there from Incognus. Well, not very quickly, but very, very well done to tie it up 1-1. He definitely was in contention in both rounds there, but Incognito is doing much better with Abigail than the Gill.
Yeah, I think when he gets these errant hits, I mean, he's allowed to play this slower game, and when he does get the hits, it leads to more damage for less resource. And, I mean, having the armor lets him go through a couple of the pokes if he wants to open up a more aggressive game. He has the more volatile V-trigger swing than Gil does, so if he starts on the back foot, he can more easily bring it back his direction.
Yes.
Respecting the dash-ins already as Incognitus, and I really like the utilization of these back rolls, just to kind of be like, all right, I'm not going to go into your space, your buttons are really good, it's going to lead to crazy damage.
Oh, the counter hit though, speaking of crazy damage, spends the 1 meter, and again the counter hit, Incognitus not watching his toes, one more will stun, there it is. Okay,
the number of times that Lily AJ, the number of times that Lily is getting the stun on the meaty low forward after a throw, ooh, and the walk-up throw again to clean it out, looking to get the first of the second games in this set. And eventually Incognitus is going to have to start taking these throws, and that's when you're afraid, right? That's when it really opens up for Karen.
Look, at the end of the day, if there is a character you can definitely afford to take a throw with, it's Abigail. Largest health pool in the game. He just has that one extra little mistake he can make over most characters. Oof,
sometimes
doesn't matter though if you feel like you're making all of the mistakes.
Uh-oh.
Said though, Abigail is fully stocked.
Managed to get out.
He's dead for this.
Are you dead?
Very clean there from Lily AJ in the end. 2-1.
Cutting wins.
Yeah, I think it's there for Incognitus. I think part of it was Lily played that round a lot more patiently, and I think Incognitus wasn't able to capitalize some of the errant hits. Didn't really do as good a job of escaping the corner as we saw in the previous game as well. I think there was a couple of times where Incognitus was finding the good jump forwards to get out of the corner and then utilize all of that space, but didn't really get to do it in that game. Another clean jump in to start out this round. This is exactly what you want to hear, Lily AJ. And the bite and the shimmy that time.
Gotta be so careful. Okay, text the throw there. Good stuff from Incognitus. Happy to sit here and play defense. Oh, swing and a miss. Okay, that trade could have been very dangerous for Incognitus. Fully stocked here on V-trigger. Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to matter though. Spends the meter just enough to kill. Really clean from Lily again on set point.
Yeah, this frame trap tick throw game is just textbook, and it's working perfectly. And we started to see, like I said earlier, once you start teching those throws, that's what Karen wants. And we're now seeing the fruits of that labor, especially a first to 3. That's even longer to condition someone to worry about the throws. But now you're stuck in the corner. Are you throwing the set away? Punishes the V reversal.
Punishes the V reversal. Full meter on deck as well.
Just Abigail things? Just Abigail things.
Yeah. And does it without spending any meter, which is really critical because he's going to go into this final round of this game with full 3 sticks of butter on deck. Someone better tell Kareem that outfit is not going to keep her warm. That fur coat is going to use this. Y'all wearing shorts and a sports bra. Come on. Ridiculous. Abigail clearly dressed appropriately for, I don't know what. A mechanic, I guess. Oof.
For being a car.
Yeah, vroom.
He's got 4 tires and a spare. He's still got C8. This is a great position for Incognitus. Oh, has to spend the bar on the reversal. Uh-oh.
One touch.
Are we going to see wake up CA?
Oh!
I wonder if that was supposed to be a CA input, maybe, or something. I wonder if the input got crossed up because of the jump into the corner from Lily AJ, but worked out wonderfully and takes it 3-1.
And that last round really came down to something that I bring up a lot because I think it's a really important thing, especially at higher levels of play in this game. Every fighting game, actually. Any fighting game that has any kind of reversal mechanic. Lily was winning the round fairly cleanly. Incognitus got a bit of momentum, started getting some hits in, and immediately Lily XDPs. No momentum shutdown, back to neutral. You can do it with free reversal, you can do it with the XDP, in Dragon Ball you can do it with your Sparking Blast. whatever reversal mechanic you have, make use of it if your opponent starts getting the momentum and around you're winning. Flip it back over.
Yeah, I mean, it's super important. Sometimes it's about just putting that slight stop on the pace, you know?
Exactly.
And sometimes you can just tell. Sometimes you can just sit there and you can feel there's something tangible to, like, all right, there's an energy to this. This person is on. The gas pedal is making contact with the floor. I need to put a stop to this. Put up the roadblock. And even if it doesn't work, I mean, sometimes in a longer set, especially earlier on, you establish that threat earlier, and it's something that can linger. There's a lot of players that when they first sit down in a set, they make it a point to reversal super frequently, just to force you to be worried about it. Even if they don't think it's a great idea to reversal, they'll do it to see whether you're respecting it, and if you're not, they will make you respect it, and it opens up all these other things. Like, I talk about it a lot, or I used to talk about it a lot when I commentated more of his games, but Zaffarino would do that a bunch. You watch Zaf play sometimes, some days he is the first knockdown of the night the whole time through, he is DPing. And what you get out of that is you get these weird defensive situations where people are so worried about it on his wake up in the corner that he gets to wake up with no DP, walk forward, and back throw you back into the corner because you are respecting the DP so much.
Yeah, it just goes to show
it's Inception.
It is. It just goes to show how important mind games are in this genre, you know. And speaking of mind games, we got a bit of. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
okay, no worries. Problem.
We do still have all those codes. It is right there for you. The Matcherino, the code is SaltKing39. We all know you have Twitters or you have some sort of social media you can sign in with because you're watching this and you play fighting games. And where else are you going to find the news except for Twitter? How are you going to keep up with all the drama that's going on? The KFC double down that happened on Twitter yesterday. If you know about that, then you know about the Matcherinos, and you can go there and use SaltKing39 to contribute. There are still tons of codes that you could do. I just saw it jump up by a little bit, so somebody's listening to me.
And don't forget as well, guys, this Sunday we got a very special commentary duo joining us all the way from the East Coast. We got Punk and Shine. Wait, is Punk East Coast? Shine is. It's Punk.
I don't think Punk is East Coast anymore. If I recall correctly, he moved to Vegas, I want to say.
Okay, gotcha. We got two.
If I'm wrong, I don't know if that's
joining us.
Yeah. I actually have to double check now because I want to know while I wait on the side.
You're both fired.
Okay, we're both fired.
Thank you.
Okay, he's not.
Whatever. Punk is East Coast again now, says Rod Bod in chat. Thank you, Rod Bod.
Cool.
So we got our brain fart. We got Punk and Shine joining us on the mic on Sunday. That will be 4 p.m. GMT, which is 5 p.m. CET, which is 11 a.m. EST, whatever that is. PT, I don't know. I'm sorry. 8 hours behind or something.
Firing offense to not know that he's in Florida. I don't know. I forgot. We already talked about it earlier. I'm a commentator. That means I'm supposed to be all-knowing. Well, I know that this is going to be a cool match. It is the finals of the qualifier. The winner of this goes on to play the current king in Hurricane. It is Lily AJ versus Street Fighter Steve. Steve rocking the Ed out the gate. Not going to see the Mika just yet, if at all. Ooh, challenging that dash forward already is Lily AJ. Oh,
really nice stuff from Lily.
Aggression.
She also confirms on point with Kareen, always does. Interesting that we're seeing Lily pick Kareen the whole way through. She does normally bring out the Chun-Li in these brackets. In fact, I've seen her play more Chun-Li in recent months than Kareen. It's actually been, I suppose, the norm to see the Kareen with the Chun-Li being the sub, but sorry, the Chun-Li being out and the Kareen being a sub pick, but seems to be the opposite today.
Well, I wonder, is Kareen better against Cammy than Chun? And if so, could this be the kind of thing where it's like, I'm going to keep this character warm and be ready for Hurricane at the end, versus trying to pull it out after not being warm and playing a bunch of Chun?
Well, look, if you've got the confidence to play that long game and aim for the throne, go for it.
I mean, it's looking great so far. The Karen's brought Lily this far.
Nope. Okay, good counter poke from Steve. Punishes the V reversal there to stand heavy punch.
Ooh, went for the reset. A lot of these low forwards into EX Fireball are not working, and that's a little strange for me. I wonder if it's like a weird hurtbox interaction where these low forward into the EX and the EX is just not quite connecting. It's a little strange, and it's really unfortunate for Street Fighter Steve.
It just pops that feature though as a way to get in. It doesn't work out and Lily gets the hit. A lot of meter on Lily's side here as well. If she can get a hit, that's a dead end. That's something I gotta stop saying, is that that's a dead blank, because they've added a character to Dragon Ball called Baby, and I'm gonna get Twitch banned if I keep saying that. Okay, full meter on deck after both players, pretty much. Safe life lead, never mind. It's the cap, he's dead. There's gonna be 1-0 to Lily. As Brad just said, Karine is working out really well for her today.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Street Fighter Steve was kind of hoping for to play for Chip. There was a little bit of gray life already there for Lily AJ. You know, did the snatch into, you know, maybe a mix-up. Maybe you were baiting reversal, but I don't know. If you're Lily, you don't need to bet on reversal in that situation because you're already up the round. If you lose, you go into the next round with full CA. Played pretty conservatively in that situation, waited it out, hit the low forward, and making it happen in the first game. Already on to Lily. Are we gonna see a single 3-2 today? I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this challenge right now. 3-0, 3-1, 3-0, 3-1, 3-1. Is anybody gonna get to 2 games? Will we finally go the distance and see a game 5 here? Okay, switching to the Mika is Street Fighter Steve.
Round 1.
Yeah, I can respect it. Definitely more of a explosive character, to say the least, than Ed. See, I suppose the difference here is Mika can struggle in neutral against certain characters. Karine has very oppressive neutral, but I don't think she falls into the category of characters that Mika struggles too much against in the neutral game. Just because Karine relies so much in the range of her buttons.
Yeah, I feel like this pick is communicating that I feel confident that I'll get options. I just need to maximize them more. Ooh, the bait!
Whew. The reset. Okay, stay same side. Okay, Lily has a lot of meter to spend if she gets the hit here. Great V reversal timing for Steve. Decent bit of grey health built up there on Lily's side, gotta be careful.
Ooh, okay, only committing with the crouch jab, doesn't get whiff punished. That was smart from Steve, and now Steve playing conservatively. Oh, the body splash gets punished! You might be dead. This is
straight
Karen
into the
damage.
super, I respect this.
She's got that 1%er privilege.
Oh! I honestly think that was like just enough to kill. Whew.
It's the 1%er privilege, man. She was ready for it, cashed it out. Okay, nice hit confirmed from Steve.
That's it done.
Okay.
Good neutral approach here for Steve. Yeah, gets rewarded for it.
That's very telling because
that looked like a drop in
Lily has done a great job of challenging dash-ins so far through the tournament, but Street Fighter Steve managed to get that dash-in command grab there. We've not really seen that issue for Lily, and that's very telling that Lily is concerned about other things right now.
Final round. Fight.
This Mika pick looking like it's actually working. I mean, part of it may even just be the threat of the drop kick, right? Between the drop kick and the ability to alter the jump trajectory with the body splash, it's putting enough on Lily's mental stack that you're getting away with what?
I feel like that had to be a drop input. That was way too far to be throwing that out. Lily might have the option to drop the perfect. No, we'll need one more hit to do so. And there it is, the shimmy.
That's tough, but I think there's the beginnings of something working here for Steve. I mean, it's hard to look into that round in anything more than you accidentally did your CA and burned all your resources and got punished for it.
Yeah, I do think that's the case, but I agree, definitely. It was just a mistake.
Round 1.
Okay, and clearly Steve agrees, locking in with the Mika again, but still 2 up right now for Lily. Oh, this is a strong position already for Lily. Okay, that's standing short as a poke. Okay, the V-reversal through the plus frames. And what's extra good about that, besides the Grey Life, is it pushes Steve even farther into the corner and challenging the dash forward. That's a big hit for Lily. And now, if you're Street Fighter Steve, you need a big activation into Nadeshko, and then that's still like 2 guesses, and Lily has a DP on deck.
Oof!
Oh,
It's not going to matter regardless.
Round 2. Fight.
So, we are on the verge of another sweep. We talked about how tight this bracket was, but I mean, everything looking really dominant so far. Will Street Fighter Steve break the buck?
Excuse me.
Full CA, full VT.
It is set
The
point
amount
there
of
for Lily,
respect.
it is. Oh, to catches him to slide. Opportunity to get some offense going. Here comes the Nadeshko off the crush. Activate. Brilliant stuff from Steve. Close to stun.
I like that combo route, but unfortunately was maybe waiting for expected.
Oh, the reverse
You don't get to
VX
do
grab.
that!
Love to see it. Not enough to kill. The double dash low. Oh, Lily respecting too much. Just walking back.
Final round. Fight.
Alright, but Lily AJ is, you can't counter out. It's a full stocked Karen, full CA, maximum damage. You know you have to be watching for everything grabs in the tech situation to Street Fighter Steve. But, I mean, again, it's game 3, and now you're Karen, and you know that you can be watching for, there it is, the frame traps. Alright, Nadeshko activation. Oh, blocks the DP, that's huge!
Stuff. Oh, base the XDP. One touch will stun, but he might not even need the stun if he can get a kill here. Activates. Good V reversal. Doesn't let get him any pressure off the plus frames off the activation. That EXDP hits though.
That second DP was so
Anybody's game here
smart.
off one touch. There it is. And Steve has in fact broke the curse, it looks like.
Well, I don't know. This still could go 3-1.
Mika wins.
True, true.
This is only game 4, but this is the start. We're starting to see some of those micro adjustments. But again, like I had also said, we're starting to see that Steve was teching in some of these situations, and that's something that's really dangerous to communicate to a Karen player. We're going to have to see if Steve is able to keep the patience defensively while still bringing the intensity on the offense that we were seeing. Okay, challenging the walk forward, and the dash grab not checked again. So much for Lily to be watching for right now. Oh, I'm sorry. This is looking like a Mika round. Into the air-to-air. Ooh, right back into the corner.
There it is. Yeah, I don't think he needs a he will need one reset. Never mind, I'm a liar. Wingless airplane to take it. He was listening to you, Brad. He knows that you're thirsty for that 2-2.
Oh my god, double
serious?
dash? You hit him with the Mario Kart? Oh, challenging the dashes from Lily too? Street Fighter Steve is awake!
Bro.
Nice body
splash. Brings him to the corner. Oh, that trade was bizarre, but it worked out for Steve. This isn't working out for Steve right now, though. The drop from Lily. Gets that raw activate, gets a counter hit though.
I cannot believe you hit buttons there. Oh, another time hitting buttons.
Yeah, the counter poke was good though from Steve, but didn't get the full confirm off it. Plus frames in your face, deal with it. Patience here from both players is immense. Full meter on deck here for Steve, almost the same case for Lily.
I mean, I like the patience here from Steve.
Again.
Plus frames. Oh! And it's been done. Finally, a game 5.
Done.
Mika wins.
Very, very tight set, guys. We are going down to a final game.
What's so interesting to me is you opened up this character switch by talking about the fact that Mika can struggle in neutral and that Karen is really good at controlling the neutral, but what we're seeing as the set is playing out is Street Fighter Steve is doing a fantastic job of imposing his own will on the neutral. We're seeing between the ability to alter those jump arcs exactly like that, and between the drop kick and the dash chin pressure, Lily H is having a hard time. No, neutral is still neutral, guys. Kinda.
See, that's something people need to remember, you know. What's the point of neutral? What is the objective of neutral? It's to get in. And once you're in, it doesn't matter how you got there. You won neutral. Don't worry about it.
It's not like she's Ignite Thunder tackling through everything. Ooh. Unfortunately, it's the Nadeshko, but... Okay,
Reset,
stay same side.
Plus frame. And you see Steve conditioning that with the plus frame drop kick into the low over and over and over until the moment.
Oh, wow. You believed.
Mistimed it. That is unfortunate.
Round 2.
That's such a shame. Back to set point is Lily AJ, fully stocked with resources, and what we don't want is for this to be another situation like Game 3 or Game 2, where Street Fighter Steve gets blown up for having wasted the CA in an unfortunate spot. Oh.
Close to the stun, and that's going to be it, I think, guys. Lily will build a bar. It doesn't even need it in the end. Really well fought from Steve, bringing it through a 2-2, but the Korean neutral just too strong there in the end.
Yeah, and I mean, the unfortunate dropped CA in that situation where the punish didn't quite work obviously had a big thing too, because it would have been the round for you versus going into the next round stocked with nothing. But well-deserved, great set. Lily AJ does end up moving on, which means Lily AJ gets to challenge the current king of Hurricane, who is looking to speedrun it apparently. How many extra games I have to go out?
And it looks like you, maybe your theory is absolutely on the button, Brad. Maybe Lily has been rocking the Korean with the knowledge that if she gets this king set, Korean does do better against Cammy. So we're going to see if that pays off. And just so everybody in chat is aware, guys, this does move to first to 5. Okay, so our king set is first to 5.
Which
Hurricane saying
means
he has to go out? Where are you going out, fam? It's lockdown. Stay inside.
He's got to go to the market. He's got to buy some milk. Got to get the bread and milk.
Unless you're bringing groceries over to your sick mom, stay at home. Like...
Yeah, and all of you should stay at home and make sure, as this is about to be the last one, please go and check out that Matcherino. There are the free codes for the 50 cents. It is free for you outside of if you have a really crappy ISP that charges you by the bit in your bandwidth, but you should find a different ISP if that's the case, because you should be contributing to that Matcherino. The code is SaltKing39, and the link is there in the chat. Additionally, on Sunday, there will be the next week of the 10th season of Saltmine League ranking tournament. It is the 10th season, so there are 4 extra weeks. Oh, wow. Actually has to go to the grocery store for someone sick. Okay, wow. Well...
big respect, big respect.
Big respect.
Absolutely no disrespect for me on that one.
Yep. So to finish what I was saying, as we pointed out that Hurricane is being selfless, Saltmine League, the commentators for this Sunday, special guests in Punk and Shine, so make sure you go and check that out on Sunday at, what is that, 8 CET? I don't know time zones, I'm in the East Coast. If you guys start hitting me with metric, then I'm going to be totally ruined.
Sunday, it is 4 p.m. EMT, so that's Brexit time. It is 5 p.m. CET, so that's Central European time. So that is 11 a.m. post time, and that would make it, Brian, please do maths good, 8 a.m. Pacific? Jesus,
yes.
This is hard.
10 a.m. for EC?
11 a.m.
I literally check the day of.
Fight.
Alright guys, so this is Hurricane's chance to stay on the throne for the second week in a row. Lily, of course, wanting to usurp that mantle. Don't worry, guys. Every time we get a new king, we swap out the throne, so that stanky butt stain is gone. Don't worry.
You gotta make sure it's like when you watch like press briefings at this point now, where there's somebody that has to walk out with the Kleenex wipes and clean everything down for the next person.
Exactly.
Or being respectful, just like Lily has to respect this offense in the corner. Goes for the VT activate, but Hurricane with the EX dive blocks the cross under. Oh wow!
You know, people in chat thinking, you know, maybe Hurricane will be playing a bit rapid, bit rushed if he has to go pick up those groceries. Nah, man. Hurricane needs to play fast. He's just going to play fast and goods. It's scarier, if anything. Speaking of scary, great counter hit there for Lily. Going to carry her to the corner. Again.
Ooh, another great counter hit. Next hit stun. Finds the stun. Doesn't have the bar to kill.
And counter jab. Yeah. I don't know about you, Brad, but I'm thinking we're going to see a long first five. These two players are already trading blows.
Yeah, I mean, this is very telling already, but one thing is Lily is very warm, obviously having played through the whole bracket. Hurricane is going to warm up as we get through the set, so we're going to have to see how that happens as things evolve. Already back in the corner once again, but a nice counter jab. As we're seeing these counter jabs coming out from Lily AJ, Hurricane's absolutely going to be wise to that and start to tighten up some of this meaty pressure. Gets the VT activate, goes for the throw reset to throw back into the corner, but ready for it was Lily.
And full super on deck for Hurricane. And any of you who regularly watch us commentate Hurricane, you know that he has those CAs on deck all day, every day. 9 to 5, 365. Not enough to kill though. There's the throw to take it. First game Hurricane.
Bringing out the Mario Kart once again. We saw Lily falls victim to it in the winners finals of the qualifying bracket itself. Hurricane bringing it out here. You always have to be ready with the Mario Kart double dash for the homies. I think a first to 5 is technically a best of 9.
Fight.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, someone had asked in chat if this is like a best of 7. Oh, the utilization of that. Oh, nice jump in from Hurricane, and now you're straight back into this corner. Oh, we'll even take that trade. It keeps the stun gauge where it is, and you're stunned.
Yup. One touch. It's for the shimmy with the V-skill.
Wow.
It's such a good shimmy tool.
Round 2.
Remember when Cammy players got that, they were all like, this is whack. Literally 2 weeks later, godlike. Yes, speaking of godlike, that crush counter to start the round from Lily. Take a tip of the X-dive kick, the reset. Oh,
really
that would look like a drop dive kick in butt.
Yeah, and ultimately Lily's able to capitalize on the scramble situation afterwards and make their way back to mid-screen. Activate V-reversal, doesn't want to deal with the mix. Oh, wow. A lot of respect from both players there.
Oh, the low
Empty
forward,
Hooligan
nice.
flip.
Okay, big damage incoming, super, might actually be enough to take it.
I think you're just alive.
No!
No.
I said it before, I'll say it again. You do not doubt Hurricane to get that CA out if he's got those 3 sticks of butter. Every time. Very, very clean stuff from Hurricane to finish it out from a very back and forth round, to be honest. Though it did look like Lily had the upper hand there for a moment, but it just took that one hit confirmed for Hurricane to dump that meter.
And that's the thing about Hurricane in general, and you had said it independently already, is Hurricane, the second Hurricane has CA, it's happening. It's a known conclusion. It's just a question of when. When is it gonna happen? And so you know, the second those resources are there, it's like, I am losing 40 to 50% life the next time that I get touched. Okay. Playing some honest footsies here. Lily AJ, ooh, manages to get Hurricane to swing in the shimmy. Okay, but we reversal through. Hurricane took your advice and just used the reversal to stall the momentum. You got me in the shimmy? No, don't feel yourself. DT activation.
This is looking swift for Hurricane. Man, look, I don't know what time it is. It's 7:30 PM here. The grocery store must close at 8 or something because Hurricane's got to get moving.
Okay. Another nice whiff punish from Lily AJ, but we're seeing the footsie game is there. I just feel like Hurricane is doing a better job of weathering the offense once it starts than Lily AJ is. Nice counter jab. A lot of respect here from Hurricane. But again, look at those bars.
Good sequence there though from Lily.
Oh, that was almost it.
You can't get touched.
Oh.
That's it, he's dead. CA. Yup. You know. I hope y'all like watching Cammy's super animation, because when Hurricane's on deck, you're going to be seeing it a lot.
Cammy wins.
So if you're Lily AJ, I mean, what do you rightly do here? I mean, one thing is it's very clear. We've gotten to see Hurricane tech once, and in that one time he got hit, and obviously he's now content to just take the throw, because in these frame traps, he's not swinging. So I think you need to reestablish that throw game. But I don't know what you do beyond that. Like, that's such a first level approach, and Hurricane is so talented of a player that it's really this game of minutia. It's hard to identify one major thing. It's really all these minor things. Speaking of that, minor whiff punishment with that low strong into stuff. Ooh, we answer shimmies with shimmies. Pressure in the corner. Oh, wow, no, Lily AJ's trying to tech in this situation now. Full block string. Decent amount of Grey Life here from Hurricane, but this is such a tough hill to climb if you're Lily AJ. You don't really have the bar to cash out as much damage as you need to, and the V skill on block to catch you in the trap situation there. Hurricane looking to try to make this a quick 4-0. I think if this goes 5-0, I'm going to call that 100% speed run.
Look, all I know is what I've learned is if I ever need groceries in a rush, I'm bringing Hurricane.
Quick, I need someone to carry my account to Warlord and bring me beer and eggs.
Okay, well, Lily AJ clearly fighting back. You can wait to go to Tesco, says Lily. We play in this set. Gets a round on board, maybe looking to take a game on the board.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it's going to be... Oh, no. You had to let it linger. Hurricane on the offense once again and just allowed to move. Using that standing medium kick to really oppress in that range. Oh, my God. Look at the amount of buttons that Lily is pressing now. Really representing that crouching strong. Trying to slow this game down in the neutral. Great whiff punishment, and I think that's a good idea. Lily's doing a great job of playing the neutral, and the whiff punishment is there, but now you're dead, because Hurricane had CA, and it's hard-coded in the Street Fighter V engine that if Hurricane has CA, you're going to watch the animation and die.
And that is going to be 4-0 to Hurricane. Man, Brad, he's listening to you. He wants that 100% speedrun world record as well. He is indeed the storm that is approaching, it looks like. This Hurricane is coming in hot and heavy.
I wish I knew more words from that song so that I could follow along on it, but
I know what lyric for lyric. Don't start me, I'll get fired.
Alright, well, looking really clean now, Lily AJ with the slight life lead now, but okay, the back throw straight into the corner. This is looking really great for Hurricane.
There's the first of possibly many throws. Okay, great counter poke from Lily though. It's a side swap bait, the XDP. He's stun off this? No, he can't, not enough. Oh, that's sweet.
Okay.
Round 2.
Alright, this is what you need, but look, Hurricane's halfway towards a CA, which means you're halfway towards experiencing a Cammy CA. It's just a known thing. It's a universal constant. There's a Greek letter for it and everything. Oh, I didn't block that, so don't feel bad, Lily AJ. Gets the activation, and critically, this is going to let the stun go down as well. Right, backs off. Ooh, okay. Going straight for the roundhouse there, really trying to keep Hurricane honest. Oh, wow, rare. No hit confirm off the low forward. Really just pressuring.
Oh. Absolute pixel here. Oh, there's a dive kick. And very importantly, Hurricane doesn't try to go for a chip situation, meaning he has that CA just about ready for this final round, which could be the final round. The back throw.
God, look.
Great crush counter anti-air. Gets a full confirm off it as well. Lily on deck here with these confirms.
Ooh,
Again,
another
the whip
great
punish. Beautiful.
next hit stun. Catches the backdash. But do you have the damage to finish this out? No. One more chance. Okay, in the tick grab, and it's like I said. It's like I said, maybe Lily has the stream open on the side, opening this throw game back up. And a game on the board.
Yes, indeed. Oh, looks like we aren't getting the 5-0 speedrun, but Hurricane's still in pole position to take this. Maybe, are we going to see a quick go back to character select to breed? No, we are not. We are going right back in hot and dirty.
No, you don't get to go back to character select when you've already called the taxi to go and take you to the grocery store. Oh my god, that low strong hit so meaty, and maximizing for stun here. Wake up buttons from Hurricane?
You take those.
And the regular throw from Lily AJ continuing to represent this throw game. Hurricane's gonna have to start teching eventually. It's these long sets. It's the first to 5, right? Lost the first to 3 already, but it's the first to 5. That's even more games to figure out what you have to do to open this back up. Speaking of opened up with the hooligan throw straight back into the corner. Uh-oh. Has to weather the offense. Nice view reversal.
This is... But once again, take a swift look down at that blue meter in the bottom left, bottom right of your screen. Okay, opts to not spend it very smartly, only spending 1. New 1 would be enough to kill, meaning he still has 2 for the next round. Meter management on point here for Hurricane. Set point once again, king point.
They're both really stocked on resources here, though, and both of these characters have fantastic CAs. But if you're going to dash into Stand Fierce from Hurricane, that's really tough. Air to air. Oh, the buttons in the scramble. Neither of these players is truly respecting the other's wake up. Finally, a little bit of respect defensively from Hurricane. Jump out, tech.
Gotta be very careful here. The counter hit. Doesn't have to spend the CA here, but he definitely will on the next hit.
Oh, God.
Lily. Sweep activate. Super on deck for Lily also. Oh, that's gonna be big damage if he spends the super. I don't know.
I think Hurricane is gonna be just alive. I think she's just alive.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's one touch.
Activate.
Straight into activate. Hurricane wins on one touch though too, and Hurricane definitely has those. No!
Oh,
what
very uncharacteristic drop from Hurricane there.
What have I done? I said it. Someone said that I cursed him, and I was like, no, no, no. Nay, nay. Hurricane is uncursable. He's the storm that is approaching.
Unfortunate. But it looks like we will be sitting at 4-2.
Round 1.
And once again, not going back to the lobby, just trying to finish this one out. Trying to trip card. Working out nicely. Safe offense here from Lily AJ. No whiff punish there either. Oh my god, what a reset. Oh, Hurricane.
And once again.
Hurricane turning on the juice. That was 2 cheeky throw resets to keep Lily AJ awake.
The jump in. Next thought she will build super. There's the super on deck. You can't get hit here. That's going to be it, guys. If Hurricane doesn't drop this, which I'm sure he won't, he is on his way to Tesco's. Let's go. 2 weeks in a row, guys. We got the Hurricane blowing through. Oh, the rapid. We gone out of here. Guess that just means Hurricane can hit that grocery store even. No, Hurricane left. Hurricane rage quit on the win. He's out of here. You gotta get those groceries, fam.
Had to cut. He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait for us to finish singing his praises. Like, yeah, I know, I won. Damn. Well, it's still a new PB for him. If it wasn't the any percent speed run, it still ended up a PB. 2 weeks of King Hurricane. And there is
Indeed,
still... Next week, we will see whether Hurricane gets to defend the crown again. Next week, Bolt Strike, the previous winner, does get to enter again, so we're going to have to see who ends up in the bracket next week. And if you want to see more EU Street Fighter on Sunday, as we've said a couple of times, Punk and Shine are special guest commentators commentating the next week of the Saltmine League ranking circuit, Season 10 with 4 extra weeks, so a 12-week circuit this time. Always bringing all the best action. If y'all are not watching it, you absolutely should be.
Absolutely, guys. And as Brad said, that very special commentary duo will be hitting us up on Sunday. But don't forget, on Monday night as well, next week, we will have our normal Monday night fights, where we will have some nice fight cards for you guys with some players that will be graciously joining us to do some long sets. And then, of course, right back here for King of Saltmine next Friday. Also, guys, there is still time to hit that Matcherino. Please do it if you have the time. It's very much appreciated. Every little bit helps. We promise all the money is going to the prize pool. I am not spending it on Lamborghinis. I promise. That will be a lot of 50 cents. But every 50 cent counts when it comes to the prize pool, guys. We really do appreciate it and love it.
Yeah, I don't rightly know that there's much else to say except thanks everybody for watching, and thanks Ace for hanging out with me and helping me break down all this fantastic Street Fighter action.
Of course, Brad, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. Alright guys, hope to catch you all soon. See you all guys on Sunday if I don't see you before then.
We are out. See you on Sunday with Punk and Shine.
Bye bye guys.
Will be a good one.
Much love, be safe.